Welcome to another fine edition of the Rhythms of New York. I'm Dave Brodsky, and sitting to the left of me is the one, the only, the lovely...
Hi, I'm Salines Bosque.
Love her wave.
You got to do it like this.
She has a great wave. Well, we have another great show tonight. We have a hit maker on, a Philippine-American hit maker by the name of Archie D.
Yes.
Archie D is a fantastic guy. We spent a hot afternoon with him up in Yonkers. I mean, really, really hot. It was 100 degrees in the shade.
It was scorching.
So we go by the lake to take some video for our teaser. And what happens? Salinas gets goosed by a goose. A goose, a Canadian goose, goose?
Who knows?
A Canadian goose came up to Salinas.
It was just big and white.
I think he wanted her autograph, though.
I don't know. It was too
Salinas has the fan club. She has a lot of members of her fan. I don't have
do.
a fan club. Maybe I can get somebody to be my fan club president.
You should.
Somebody by the name of Ruby, Vivian? One of those two people, right?
Sounds perfect.
You know, tonight we have an audience. We have a great audience tonight.
That's our first audience ever. So
the audience is really, really fantastic. Give yourselves a round of applause. Now, as many people know, I am involved in the Philippine-American community, and I was introduced to the community by the one, the only, Vivian Velasco. If it wasn't Vivian, we wouldn't be here tonight. Give her a hand, too. Now, with Vivian, I'm also working in another television show. I want you to pronounce it.
It's Mabuhay
Kababayan.
Was close. I had the Mahu.
Which is a Philippine-American talk entertainment program.
Yes.
And we also have somebody else in the audience working with us on the show, who was introduced to me by a guy named Herbert. And that person is Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
Hi, Ruby. Here it is. Now, as everybody knows, you know, show business, because this is show business. It's not just the music business, it's show business, entertainment business. It's very hard nowadays because you have a lot of people out there competing with each other.
Yes.
People don't need to spend millions of dollars in a studio anymore.
Exactly.
They can just do something in a home studio.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very, very hard competing. So if you have a financial sponsor or a backer, that's great too. And Archie has a fantastic backer, a sponsor who helped him with his album. And his album is called Built to Sound Good. And it's Cora Rivera, and she's from Bona Tierra, and she's a really, really nice woman. She helped Archie. If it wasn't for her, let's give her a hand. Now we know that Archie's with somebody today.
Very special someone.
Named Daisy. Now, Daisy is a really, really special person. She recently celebrated a birthday. Let's give her a hand, too.
Happy birthday.
Archie D is a great guy. You're going to love his music. His music is very, very addicting. I mean, I had the album, played it on my CD player. I actually have a CD player. I don't have an iPod. Played it on my CD player, and even when I had the album off, I kept on hearing it in my head. Built to Sound Good. I can't sing, so I'm not going to sing. Built to Sound Good is like keeps on repeating in my head.
It's very catchy.
It's a great song.
It's very catchy.
The album is a great song. We recently went to the Philippine Fiesta, and he just blew the house down.
Right. So
Can
without
I say that? He was a great guy. Now, you're going to love Archie D.
Yes.
He's with a guy named today who's playing guitar with him by the name of Sheldon.
And he is so cool, Sheldon.
Everybody today is very, very cool. We have a great audience. We have great musicians. And what we're going to do, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Archie D!
From the album Built to Sound Good.
So now, Archie.
Okay.
The music for you humans. Here we go. You go wherever the tide will take you, then you go. You gotta have a little light to catch on. You fly. The sky's wide, you sure drive. You gotta have a little air to rest on. Now you're ready to fly. You go, you're scared, free from pollution, so set your mind to grow. You gotta have a little air to trust on. Oh, being white, it's good to be always connected in your fleet. Damn, there's so many years to pray for. Don't be trapped in one situation. You must think, what's the next big thing to do? Can be a little thing to a big adventure. You must follow through. If you slack around, then you waste your time to move. You gotta have a little incentive. Be aggressive. You live and you learn. You got no worries that you have to work, so you go and fly. Now you're ready to fly by the silky sky. Short life is on a go. You've had some time, it's got a high and low. Now it's time to fly. Now you're ready to fly. Come on, audience, be with me. Remember, this song is for humans. Woo! Oh, oh, don't let this down. Hey! Here we go. Oh, you lived and you learned. You got no worries that you have to burn, so you go and fly. Now you're ready to fly by the silky skies. Your life is on the go. You've had some time that's got a high and low. Now it's time to fly. Now you're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, Sheldon McFarland. Let's go. One more time. Hey, one more time. You lived and you learned. You got no worries that you have to burn, so you go and fly. Now you're ready to fly by the silky skies. Your life is on the go. You've had some time, it's got a high and low. Now it's time to fly. Now you're ready to fly. Woo! Rhythms of New York.
Welcome to the Rhythms of New York. I'm Dave Brodsky,
And I'm Salinas Bosque.
and with us today is a fantastic Filipino-American guest, a hit maker, a man who won a gold record. Ladies and gentlemen, Archie D. Give him a hand.
Thank you very much, Dave. I enjoy every minute.
Archie.
Thank you very much, Salinas. Thank you very much.
Now, I've known Archie for about 2 years,
Yes, Dave.
and we've been trying to get him on the Rhythms of New York.
I said no for the first time because I didn't have an album yet.
That was
And
bad.
now he has an album.
I have
And his
an
album is called?
I have
Called
a
Built to
14-card
Sound Good.
album which can showcase every good song on what I call this in the commercial world now.
It's a
Yeah.
pop dance album,
It's a pop dance, not only dance.
which
it
is a
has-
critical hit. The Filipino-American press raved about it.
It's like tuning to FM radio station. You don't have dance only. You don't have ballad only. You can have a little bit of rock too.
Now you do a little bit of
Yeah.
everything. You don't only just sing and write songs.
Yeah, because I love every genre. I love every genre. I can do a polka album if I'll be
That's
given
polka.
a chance. Yeah, polka.
Jimmy Stir, huh?
yeah.
Well, you were born in the
Yeah.
Philippines.
I was born in the Philippines.
And you were a composer in the Philippines.
Yes, yes.
That's where you won your gold record. So tell the audience a little bit about your gold record in the Philippines.
In 1986, I started as a composer, and they gave me a break in 1991. My 8-cut album became a gold. It went to #1 in 2 weeks.
Wow, that is
So
exciting.
after that-
That's exciting.
It followed like a promotion all around the Philippines, like from the main cities like Manila, Cebu, Davao City, Cagayan de Oro. I went all over the Philippines.
So how has the transition been from your home all the way here to the city?
You
Like
moved to the United States.
you moved here. So
Oh, yeah,
how has
yeah.
it been in especially
Oh, when
in
I
New
got
York?
married, I got married, and I have my kid. She was only 2 months here. I don't want her to have no father, so I stayed. I want to make sure that he had a father from day one to until now. She's 17 years old
Oh
now.
my God.
Yeah,
she's
and she can
grown.
walk alone.
Yeah.
Donna.
That's
So
very
what have you
good.
done here in the U.S.? You went to Berkeley.
I've been producing like small stuff like that because my sound before wasn't as good as now. I started with like rinky-dink equipment, and then all of a sudden this rinky-dink equipment
I'm sorry. I was
recorded an album for Don Dineros, and Don Dineros went back to the Philippines, and all of a sudden Don Dineros won an award, AWID Award, Alternative Artist of the Year.
Based on your
And
song.
with that, the song, Alternative Song of the Year, is mine. The Changing and Giving Ways was awarded.
So you won the award.
I won. That's my first.
You're
as,
very, very
as a
modest.
composer.
You're a
as
very,
a
very
composer.
modest person. You are a multiple award-winning
I
artist.
know, we're sitting here with an award-winning artist here. This
You
is
have
like
been called a
exciting.
Filipino idol. See, he doesn't like to talk about it, but we can talk
He's
about it.
modest.
Give him a hand,
Filipino
Filipino idol.
There's a lot of Filipino idols
But we
based
have
in the
one on the
Philippines.
set today, and his name is Archie D.
East Coast. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So tell us, what are your goals? I mean, it seems like you've accomplished a lot. Like, what more do you want to do as far as
Yeah,
your
after
music?
winning an award in the Philippines, I went to Berkeley, and then after that, I listened to a lot of equipments who really like it can make an album, a good sounding album, a commercial album that you can hear on radio now. So I recorded artists after Berkeley College of Music. I recorded artists, and all my earnings went back, reinvested back to the studio, and the result.
out with this.
The sound of the album now. The sound of my recording studio is as better as the commercial you hear on radio.
So you're proud of your baby. It's a lot
Thank
of
you
hard
very
work
much.
here.
Yeah,
it's
thank you very
excellent,
much.
Excellent stuff.
It's
It's an addictive album.
thank you very much for
Once you
saying
listen
that.
to it, you can't get out of your head.
Yeah, especially the build to sound good.
Built
especially
to sound
yeah, especially that you said
My
that the
favorite line. He's going to do the favorite line now.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I can't get out of my head. What is it?
This is not a cha-cha.
This
This is not a cha-cha.
Hey, I got a duet here. Dave and RTD duet. She's the
goodness.
singer.
Dave singing.
Thank you very much, Dave. I didn't know it will have
That
a
was
good effect
excellent,
on you.
I can't
guys.
get it out of my head, you know?
Oh my God, this
my
is
God.
like
I'll call him up and
exciting.
tell him, I'm getting this in my head here. I can't get it out of my head.
Guys, you've been watching us all this
And-
time. You ever seen Dave
And if
this
you go
excited?
on YouTube, you can actually watch a video that I shot at the Philippine Fiesta.
Wow, I was so inspired when doing this album because when this was not manufactured yet, I spoke to a lot of people to sponsor this album, and one person who did say yes to sponsor this album is no other than Cora Rivera.
Yeah, give
who's
her
in
a
the
hand.
audience now. And way before that, before this album was released, my songs were already like reviewed by Mr. Bobby Yalong there. Yeah, who's really like a Class A designer in the Philippines, a Class A designer. You should see his designs. And before this album was done, like 3 years ago, Mr. Magtoto was already writing about my works as a producer.
Herbert.
Yeah, Herbert Magtoto. Yeah. And Vivian, I couldn't.
I love Vivian.
Yeah, and Vivian, I couldn't.
If it wasn't for Vivian,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be here today.
I couldn't escape PIDCI, the Philippine Independence Day, every year because Vivian always makes sure that I'm there either hosting or singing. So that's Vivian over there.
Thank you, Vivian.
Now, Archie, you're very, very involved in the Philippine-American community in the New York City area. You're a host, you're an MC, you're a producer.
Host because I have no. Sometimes I don't have a choice. Like Archie, we need a host. Okay, okay. Yeah, can I sing after? Yeah, okay. All right. That's why I became a host as an accident.
As an accident?
Yeah.
You're also a tennis player too, right? Archie does everything. He's a tennis player.
Yeah.
But first and foremost, he's a great dad.
Yeah, I play tennis with my daughter Donna, and also sometimes with Daisy. But Daisy always like, oh, let's go there, let's eat.
Let's eat.
Yeah. we go to like
Is Daisy
Chinese
a good cook?
Oh, we go out
Should we
a
ask
lot.
her that?
Yeah, we go out
So
a
you
lot.
know
yeah.
now after the show you're gonna have a lot of answers.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of questions from Daisy.
She always questions me. Yeah, I can answer too.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no problem with that questions.
Okay, getting your butt kicked. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's not a Filipino thing.
No, it's not.
Usually Filipinos are they're laid back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except for you, right? You're like me. You're really, really intense.
Yeah. I can see it nowadays.
Archie is like me. I drink several cans of Slap Energy. Slap Energy is one of our sponsors. And I gave Archie some Slap Energy.
You know what's so funny about that? When I tasted the coffee of what do you call this?
Slap Energy coffee, yes.
The flavor is coffee. I love it right away.
Wow.
But we'd like to thank Larry T for
Yeah.
providing that to
Yes,
us and our
thank you.
studio audience today.
Thank you very much. I
Yes,
can
thank
drink
you.
it like before any show I have in the future. I can drink it. And Cora, Bobby can try it too. And Bobby, you're a little down with your energy now. You can take slap.
So we
I'll
have
slap you if you don't.
Archie, we have a lot of young people or maybe old people that are
Yeah.
thinking of getting into singing or songwriting or composing. Just give them a little advice.
In 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And you
little
know
advice.
what? You know yourselves. You know yourselves. If you have this music in you, you know it right away. It's like listening to the radio from 24/7, from the morning until the night. I was like that when I was young. I was like listening to radio all the time, studying. What is this style? I like this style, like that Chicago song, like Hard to Say I'm Sorry.
Right.
I was so addicted with that song, just like you, Dave.
Your
my Built to
music is
Sound
very,
Good,
very
yeah.
addictive. And
Yeah.
Archie's album is called Built to Sound Good. And Archie, we would love having you on the show.
was
We
so
know
much
our audience
fun.
would love having
Thank
you.
you. Thank
and
you,
we'd like to
guys.
thank the audience, your audience
Our
today.
first audience. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And if you haven't gotten this album yet, Built to Sound Good. Get
Archie
it.
D, everybody.
Thank you guys for watching The Rhythms of New York.
Thank you. This is my 1992 song. It's called Mahal na Mahal. For some reason, the song doesn't die. Kung may taong dapat na mahalin ay walang iba kundi ikaw. Walang ibang makapipigil pa sa akin. Binuhay muli ang takbo at tibok ng puso sa iyong pagmamahal. Ang buhay ko uli nag-iba na puno ng saya. Sa lahat di maaring iwan. Wala nang makakapigil kahit na bagyo man. Paano kung ikaw na mismo kusang nilisan? Paano ba? Kung mawala ka sa buhay ko, pag-ibig mo ay manglaho, paano na puso sa iyong pagmamahal. Ang buhay ko uli nag-iba, puno ng saya. Sa lahat ay di maaring iwan, wala nang mapigil. Kahit na bagyo man, paano kung ikaw na mismo kusang lilisan? Paano ba? Mawala ka sa buhay ko, kung pag-ibig mo ay maglaho, paano na kaya ang mundo? Kung sa oras na ka makita, kung ika'y napakalayo na, may buhay pa kaya itong puso? Yan na maaari na di sadyang matatanggap habang ako'y may buhay. Mahal na mahal kita, higit pa sa iniisip mo. Kung mawala ka sa buhay ko, kung pag-ibig mo ay maglaho, paano na kaya ang mundo? Kung sa oras na ka makita, kung ika'y napakalayo na, may buhay pa kaya itong puso? Kung mawala ka sa buhay ko, kung pag-ibig mo ay maglaho, paano na kaya ang mundo? Kung sa oras na ka makita, kung ika'y napakalayo na, may buhay pa kaya itong puso? Yan na maaari natin nagmamatatanggap habang ako'y mabuhay. Mahal na mahal kita, mahal na mahal kita. Mahal na mahal kita, higit pa sa iniisip.
Hi, I'm Dave Brodsky. You're watching The Rhythms of New York.
Hi, I'm Salinas Bosque.
We're welcoming tonight Philippine hitmaker Archie D.
Thank you very much, guys. I'm
You're-
having a blast.
You're
here.
very welcome. We also like to thank Sheldon, the main man on the guitar. Make sure you tune in to the end of the show and you can find out more information on Archie D and Built to Sound Good.
And here's more of Archie.
This is not a question. How can I love you? La 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 la. How can I love you? How can I love you? How can you see? How can I care for you if you don't wanna be? Am I so hard to bear? Am I the bastard gear? Is my inquisition? Am I the vanishing flame in the air? Ooh, it's like a work of art. You've been able to see, but you don't notice at all. Ooh,
Rhythms of New York is partially underwritten by Slap energy drinks.